Hi, Paul Ryan from Ryan Tunes. Sparks, where do they come from? After many, many times trying to write lyrics and then wrap music around the lyrics, I finally discovered that I'm more of a player than a poet. So I do the music first, and then I fit the lyrics around the tune. Let me just move this a little bit closer. What I'll do is I'll just try some real time. This is unrehearsed. Just scales, but those two notes are kind of neat. So why don't I try to fool around with those? Put a 5 in there and a 4. I spend a lot of time, I do 5 instruments, not all well, but I do 5 instruments, so I'm trying to do scales and practice on them to stay up. So what I do is I leave a session, a time in each practice, just to let my brain go and let free flow work. We talked earlier about creativity and that's how I do it. So that could be a fast song or a slow song, but it's a spark. It's a little something there. Maybe we could make that into something. So what I'd like to do is just put up a chart here, and once I've got an idea like that, take a look at whether it's got any legs on it or not. I'm asking myself, what is this song about? Does the song have a personality? Like that little thing that I just played, is that a fast tempo song, up tempo, or is it slow? What's it about? Is it a happy song? Is it sad, melancholic, something else? The noodling I just did might be a little towards the sad and melancholic, probably slow. I don't know. What is it about the notes that I like? And what subject matter fits it best? Is it a love song? Maybe. A true story? Probably not. Something else? Maybe. And what tempo would work best? The old Eagles musician and songwriter Don Henley asked his songwriters or collaborators to provide him only with a little bit of groove, maybe some chords, put it on tape. He'd put it in his car and drive around for a couple of days. And he'd ask those same questions. What's it about? Should it be fast, slow, that type of thing. So that's how I do it as well. I don't think there's a magic formula, but that's what works for me. So in summing up, some takeaways maybe for me. When I sit down and write a song, it's usually coming from a spark that happened during practice somewhere, and I sit down and I listen to it and I think, well, what's this about? And then a day later, 2 days later, does it still have interest to me? At that time, if it sounds pleasing and it sounds like it might have some potential, I start to develop a little bit more, maybe put some chords to it, think a little bit more about tempo and a lot more about subject matter. And to get there, I ask a bunch of questions about that noodling. What's the subject? How fast should it be? That type of thing. So that's how I do it. It doesn't provide much structure for anybody learning songwriting, but that's how I do it. It's a spark that comes out of playing around with the guitar or mandolin or something like that. And then that sort of evolves. It takes a day or so just to let it settle, let it sort of bake, so to speak, and then I start working around it. Again, musically, I'm a player, so the lyrics are going to come later. So I'm getting the music kind of groovy. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll probably put a mock tape down on my recorder, and then again, after a couple of days, take another listen to it. Sometimes it hits file 13, but a lot of times I try to develop it. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.